Check this out. See? Isn't that cool? I'm like an X-Men now. The wolverine frog, or Trichobatrachus robustus, if you're feeling fancy, and it gives you an excuse to say the word robustus, or why wouldn't you, is probably one of the most absurd frogs in the world. Well, I mean, frogs in general are absurd. Like, they're just a mouth with legs, and after billions of years still can't decide if it wants to be a fish or a lizard. But this one is even crazier. When you look at this frog, you might go, well, I mean, it has Wolverine's wicked sideburns, but on its butt. But that's not really enough to name it the Wolverine frog. And you, sir or madam, underestimate how stupid some animals' names are. Why would you call this a hippo when dumb-looking murder mouth is much more descriptive? But back to my other tangent. This frog does have hair. Well, it's not actually hair, it's actually called dermal papillae, and they have like little arteries in them. So please don't give this frog a haircut. And they are so far believed to help the frog breathe, because frogs can breathe through their skin. The dermal papillae increase the surface area of the skin, increasing the amount of oxygen it can absorb from the surrounding water. And they're only found on the male frogs, and that's because, well, some frogs have a real deadbeat dad energy to them sometimes. But this one evolved these butt mutton chops, or button chops, so he can stay underwater more to look after his little tadpoles, which the wiki page insists on describing as muscular. So it's actually mom that went out for cigarettes all those years ago for these guys. But weird fleshy leg hair is not the only interesting thing about these little bug-eating buggers, because when this frog feels threatened, its muscles in its toes contract, break the bones in its toe, force the broken bone shards through its skin to use them as claws. And I just want to know what the evolutionary process for this was, because that's a lot to take in and process. To put it in human terms, a burglar breaks into your home and you defend yourself by smashing your hand with a hammer and slapping them in the hopes that the bone shards jutting out of your mutilated hand scratch the bad guy. I just don't understand nature. I just don't. Also, while doing what the loosely can be described as research for this video, the relation with humans section of the Wikipedia article contains the sentence, "The Bekosi people traditionally believe that the frogs fell from the sky and when eaten will help childless couples become fertile," and felt no need to elaborate on any of that.